Imagine this for a second. You're standing face to face with someone, and the moment your eyes meet, something deep inside you stirs. It's more than just nerves or butterflies. It's like a part of you suddenly wakes up and whispers, "Hey, pay attention to this. This matters." Ever felt that? That unexplainable jolt that hits you straight in the chest? Stick with me because today, I want to talk about something a little different. How to tell if someone might actually be the right person for you. I'm not talking about fairy tales or movie romance. I'm talking about the stuff that reaches down into your soul, the kind of connection that leaves a mark. And believe it or not, there are signs, real ones, that can help you figure it out. There's something buried deep inside all of us, like a quiet instinct that helps us connect with the people who truly matter. It's not about swiping right or ticking boxes on a dating checklist. It's more subtle than that. Like an inner compass you didn't even know you had. It's always working in the background, sending little signals if you're willing to listen. And today, that's what we're going to do together. Learn how to tune into it. Ever wonder why you feel instantly drawn to some people and totally disconnected from others? Why some relationships light you up while others leave you drained and confused? Well, there's a reason for that. And once you understand it, you'll never look at love the same way again. Think about this. Have you ever been with someone who seemed perfect on paper? Maybe they were good-looking, funny, had a stable job, and everyone thought they were just right for you. But deep down, something didn't sit right. There was this quiet little voice inside that said, "Something's off." Maybe you brushed it aside, told yourself you were overthinking it. But here's the truth. That voice wasn't wrong. It was trying to tell you something important. That voice is part of you, the part that sees what your brain might not want to. And when it comes to real love, that voice becomes louder, harder to ignore. So what makes someone feel like the one? It's not just attraction or shared interests. It's something deeper, a connection that speaks to the core of who you are. But before you can recognize it in someone else, you have to start by understanding yourself. Because here's the thing. Every relationship you've ever had, the good, the bad, the confusing, is like a mirror. It reflects something going on inside you. So if you really want to find that kind of connection that changes your life, you've got to be willing to look inward. Let's take a breath together. Think of someone who left a mark on your heart. Someone who made you feel something powerful. Something you still can't explain. What was it you felt? Was it calm, fire, chaos? Or all of it at once? Hold that thought. We're going to come back to it. But first, let me share something that might change the way you look at your love life. Inside each of us, there's a whole world of feelings, symbols, memories, and instincts. It doesn't speak with words or logic. It speaks through gut feelings, dreams, and sudden flashes of emotion. When it comes to love, this part of you is like a radar. It picks up on things your mind might miss. The only problem is most of us are taught to ignore it. We focus on appearances, status, sweet words, all the things on the surface. But real connection? That comes from something deeper. Picture this. You're walking down two paths. One is bright, clear, full of signs saying, "This way." It looks like the easy option, the one everyone expects you to take. The other path is quieter, a little darker, kind of scary. But something in you pulls toward it. It knows there's something important waiting. Real love? It's not always on the well-lit road. Sometimes it shows up in unexpected ways. And it asks you to trust your gut even when it doesn't make sense. So what's one of the first signs you've met someone who truly matters? It's that strange feeling like you've known them forever, even if you just met. It's not just about looks or charm. It's something in the way they speak, the way they look at you, that feels oddly familiar. Like they're touching a part of you that was asleep. When you meet someone like that, it's like a mirror shows you parts of yourself you didn't even know were there. Have you ever felt that? Someone just gets you? Maybe they're not perfect, maybe they don't match the checklist, but there's something in their presence that feels like home. That's a clue. It's not a coincidence. It's your deeper self saying, "Hey, this person's important." But here's the twist. It's not always obvious. Sometimes that person doesn't show up with flowers and fireworks. Sometimes they come wrapped in confusion or even chaos. Why? Because the people who matter most aren't always the easiest. They show you things about yourself you'd rather not see, your fears, your insecurities, your weaknesses, and that can be uncomfortable. But if you can't stop thinking about them, if they keep coming back to your mind even when they frustrate you, don't ignore that. It could be a sign that something real is unfolding. Ever been in a relationship that started off amazing, but over time you felt like you were slowly fading? Like the other person was draining your energy instead of lifting you up? That's not real love. Real love doesn't ask you to shrink yourself. It makes you feel more alive, more like yourself. But to spot it, you have to be honest with yourself. So let me ask you, when you think of that person right now, how do you feel? Do you feel safe, seen, or do you feel like you have to perform, be someone else, just to make it work? Think about that. Your answer might reveal more than you realize. Now that we've opened this door, let's look a little deeper. How do you know it's real and not just a temporary high? Imagine sitting across from that person. Your heart races a bit, but there's also this weird calm underneath it all. That's the balance. You feel something real, something grounded. If all you feel is chaos, chances are it's not what you think. Let's revisit that quiet side of you, the part you usually keep hidden. We all have it. It's made up of the things we don't want to talk about. Fears, past hurts, anger, doubts. Most people try to hide this part away. But funny enough, when you meet someone who really matters, they bring it out of you. And yet, it's messy. Have you ever been with someone who drove you absolutely crazy, but you couldn't walk away? Maybe they pushed your buttons, challenged you, made you feel things you didn't expect. That might be someone who's helping you grow. Because here's the difference. In surface-level relationships, those tough moments break you apart. But in real ones, they help you become stronger. Let's pause again. Think of a person who made you feel seen, challenged, maybe even a little uncomfortable, but in a way that stuck with you. Did that connection make you better? Did it teach you something about yourself? That's what real connection does. It doesn't just make you feel good, it helps you evolve. Another sign? You feel like your lives have a shared direction. It's not just about having fun or passing time. It's about building something, even if you can't quite explain what it is. When you're with them, there's this unspoken understanding, this sense that you're part of something bigger than just you and me. Ever had that moment where you're sitting with someone in silence and everything just feels right? No pressure, no need to perform. Just being there together is enough. That's a kind of connection that's hard to fake. It comes from deep within. But here's a heads up. Don't confuse intensity with something meaningful. Just because someone makes your heart race doesn't mean they're right for you. Ask yourself, is this person making me better, or just making me feel high and low all the time? Real love doesn't burn you out. It lifts you up. Here's something you can try. Close your eyes. Picture that person you've been thinking about. Look into their eyes. What do you feel? Calm or tension? Do you feel like you're growing or like you're shrinking to keep them around? Your gut will tell you the truth, if you listen. In the end, recognizing real love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about finding the one who brings out the truest version of you, the one who walks with you through the light and the shadows. If you pay attention to the signs, that deep recognition, that push to grow, that quiet sense of peace, you'll know when it's real. Love isn't always easy, but when it's real, it's worth it. And it might just be closer than you think.